Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Velus Jones now from his end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Well, this defense for the Lions, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Baker. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They're such a talented team of defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Baker. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. Avoids him at the 40. And some room to maneuver. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards. First down. Here's the run with Montgomery. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 23. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. Baker on 1st and 10. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
after the incomplete pass. Here now is 2nd and 10. Off play action. Bryant. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And they work this out past the 25. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And the Lions first down. First and 10.
Off the play fake. Bryant. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. The Lions at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
Yeah, the next-gen stats showing that at an even 57 yards through the air. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. But ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Foreseeing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
To throw is Baker. To throw on 3rd down. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Bears first down.
Now Baker throwing on first down. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Running left, Montgomery. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
A gain of 12. And the Bears first down.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Lions 7, Bears nothing.
From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 55 rushing yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put more.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. There he goes, right side. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Lions.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you get a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields it in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
He fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it. You're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone. And that's exactly why he did.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot, forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Here's Baker from the gun on 3rd down. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He finds his man, complete. It's Sherman. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Looking to throw. Bryant. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. The Bears, 29-yard line.
Off play action. Bryant. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And it's now 21-7. teed up. The return is Jones from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. Back to Montgomery on second down. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Baker now on first down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they work this down inside the 30. On 1st and 10, Bryant. Flush to his right. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. Well, you got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. Room here to run. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Operating from the gun. Bryant escaping the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? And in for the Lions, touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. McCann's got it teed up. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And some room to work. And they work this out past the 25. 105 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Well, we saw David Montgomery lead the nation a few years back in broken tackles when he was at Iowa State. And he's proven to be difficult to bring down in the NFL as well. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage.
And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jamison Williams on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Lions are able to add on to their first-half lead. McCann for the point after. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. McCann's got it teed up. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. One play has them up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Baker. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath with those guys on the defensive side of the ball. They've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's got some space here.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Baker. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. Now we're signaling a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
operating from the gun. Baker. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
The kick by Piñeiro is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he returns this to the 22.
The Lions take over first down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Throwing on first down. Bryant. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Bryant. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. McCann's got it teed up. From the 6. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one. Baker from the gun on third down. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper.
And he will have the Bears first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Baker. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
They'll try and throw for it here. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he is going to have the Bears first down. It's a gain of 12 on 4th. Again, this is Montgomery. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. And off comes to Montgomery. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he is going to lose yardage here. They lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
To throw is Baker. Throwing on 4th down. It's caught. Cooper. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Throwing to start the drive. Bryant, he's airing it out for Williams. They've got his man complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
On 1st down, Bryant. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Looking to throw. Bryant. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. DJ Chark, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions have got it on cruise control. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. To Montgomery to begin the drive.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a run with Montgomery.
145 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Baker. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On the carry, it's Montgomery. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now Baker looking to throw on 2nd down. Getting the ball to Anderson here on the out route. The Bears on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Montgomery. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
He was taken down by Kirby Joseph.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Back to throw. Baker. Looking sideline, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Montgomery. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get him done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 10. This is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
1st and goal, Chicago.
Montgomery will take it in. Touchdown, Bears.
Montgomery, the ball carrier.
So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Eddie Piñeiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake. Bryant. Turner is there for another one. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game and moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Back to throw again. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Foyesade Oluokun. And the Bears are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
He lets it fly from Lockett. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. In possession of the football as we welcome you back.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. First down, here's the run with Montgomery.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. And defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
And he will have the Bears first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Back to Montgomery on second down.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. Well, Montgomery gets unable to twist free as they hit him short of the line to gain.
A loss of a yard. Brings up fourth down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got it.
And the Bears are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Looking to throw. Baker. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
One final shot. They'll look to throw.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet. Again, he'll drop to throw. The quick slant caught. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football where these points mean a lot
there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there.